This watergun alone made me over 6 figures, and in this episode I will show you how you find and distribute a winning product like this. Hey guys, welcome back to episode number 2. In this episode I'm going to show you what a winning product is, the best methods to find a winning product like this, and after you found a good product, we're going to find ourselves a fulfillment partner. So this is one of my winning products that did very well. And I think that shows the importance and also the power of a good winning product. And it took me quite a while to find my first winning product. The first month when I started out, I tested over 30 products before finding my first winner. But don't worry, I'm sure if you use this strategy step by step, it will take you only a few hours. Lesson 1. What is a winning product? So before we are going to start with our research, I first need to explain what a winning product is. Every single winning product I have ever seen always has these 8 checkpoints, and I will break it down for you. The first thing is the biggest. It's that your product has to solve a problem for a specific and passionate group of people. Number 2, your product has to have amazing margins. This is very important. If you're getting a product, for example, $10 from your supplier, you need to be selling it for $30 to $50. And not a lot of products can do that, so you have to have what's called perceived value. Number 3, this isn't like the biggest deal, but if your product is lightweight and small, it's going to help you a lot with shipping and just building a brand on long term. Number 4, a lot of people sadly overlook this. Your product has to actually work and actually solve that problem and be very high quality for your potential customers. Number 5, your product needs to have some sort of element that can be appropriate, meaning that you're the only one who can sell this in the future. For a lot of products, this is very hard to get around because we're getting stuff from China that's already made. So actually there is not going to be any product proprietary. So the only real proprietary thing we can build inside of the product is our branding and our logo, and later down the line in the future you can even start customizing your products after you ordering bulk inventory, and then you can kind of start getting into that proprietary realm. But when you're starting off with dropshipping, just make sure that there's at least something proprietary you can do long term. Number 6, the product needs to be evergreen, meaning that it's going to be able to be sold the whole year around. It's not like a swimsuit or a winter jacket that can only be sold in certain seasons. Number 7, this one is going to surprise 90% of you. Your products should already be sold on the market, and there should be someone who is doing very good with it. In other words, your competitor. You need this proof to ensure that it's worth your time to actually get into these products, knowing that there's already a customer base and demand for it. A lot of people are scared of saturation, but if you actually know what you're doing, saturation is your best friend, because it proves that this product is going to be worth your time if you can execute it properly. And lastly, number 8, your product needs to have a high average order value and lifetime value. Some products naturally have this element baked into them, like energy drinks, because you need to constantly buy more. But if you're a smart business owner, you will get onto the point where you can kind of bake in average order value and lifetime value into the brand itself. But if you can have a product that has this element, it's very nice. Lesson 2, product research. So now you know every checkpoint to find a winning product. It's time for product research. For this we can use 3 different methods. Either you do it the traditional way, which is also the only free way we are going to cover in this course, or you can use the paid method like spy tools or data-driven product research. Doing it the free way requires a lot of experience because you need to cover all the 8 checkpoints I mentioned at the beginning of the video. You create a ghost account on social media, for example on TikTok, and you will train the algorithm by only searching for winning products. So for example, search for the term hashtag TikTok made me buy it, and once the algorithm knows what you like, you will get exposed to tons of videos from winning products. Well, get some inspiration from these videos and start searching on AliExpress. If the product covers all the 8 checkpoints we spoke earlier about, it's a good product. If you think you found a winner, you can head over to the meta library and see who your competitors are. I will come back on this later in the video, so if you just want to start out with some products to test and experience what dropshipping actually is, then I strongly recommend this method. But if you want to take it seriously and bring it to the next level, you need to invest in this part of the journey. For the paid method, we can use 2 strategies. Either we use spy tools or we use data-driven product research. Well, let's start with spy tools. Because from my experience, this will not work anymore properly in 2024 since the data these tools use are expired. To understand what I mean with that, I will first explain what these tools are doing. So these tools are scraping data from platforms like Meta to see which advertisements are live and which advertisements performing well. Based on this data, you can find your winning product. The problem here is that in most of the cases they use old data. And if you don't believe this, you can find it out by yourself by clicking on a meta link. Most of the time you see that the seller isn't running the ads anymore, or he is running hundreds of ads, which is a lost case since you can't beat him anymore. Besides, all the products on these platforms are also the products you can find yourself on TikTok, etc. Imagine you spend $100 for this every month. Before spy tools came onto the market, I still used the old-fashioned free way that I just mentioned. The difference between then and now is that the method still worked well because there was a little competition. And precisely because I knew what winning products are and therefore understand which parameters are used, I discovered that the data of these tools is old data. And with dropshipping, that makes a big difference between winning or losing. You want to be ahead of your competitors. That is why, together with my partner, I have created a new way that is user-friendly for everyone. We call it data-driven product research. Let's dive into it right now. Welcome to Dropship Convert. It's a pleasure. So before we dive into the real deal, I want to mention something important here. So for less than $1 a day, you will receive 10 new winning products every single week. We know that you as a beginner will not test more than 10 products weekly, and we make sure the products will not be saturated by our own community because yeah, you can imagine that if we share 10 products and we have like 1,000 subscribers, products will be oversaturated by our own users. And therefore we have product groups which can be seen here, and we only allow 30 users per group. So in this case, you're a member of Group A, and this way everyone can enjoy our products. With that being said, let's head over to our sheet. And here you can see a similar product than the one we have right now. So it's a water gun toy. So guys, I'm going over this really quickly because if you subscribe on our platform, you get a step-by-step guide where we show everything and explain everything in depth. First, we can select a niche, the platforms we recommend to advertise on, the age and gender of the audience, and the potential market you need to build your store around. I highly recommend you to use this data because we did all the research for you, and these are the best recommendations recommended by our team of dropshippers. Here we have a diagram with some parameters, and first we have our saturation of the product. And what do I mean with that? Is the higher this number is, the more competition there is. And this isn't bad at all because we will mark this as a B player. And what do I mean with that? A players are rare and you can scale the hell out of these products, but only for a while. B players, on the other hand, bring in money all the time, and this is what you need. It's better to have 10 B players than have 1 A player, but you know what I mean, right? Next we have our wow factor. I don't dive too much into this one because you know what I mean with wow factor. These are the products that have this insane cool factor, and this makes it also easier to make content for the product. Speaking about content, next we have our content availability. This can be very nice if you have to test a lot of products. You can basically copy content from other competitors, and I personally recommend to only use and copy the content for the website. I will show you the complete process of building a new store around a product in the next episode, so make sure to subscribe on my YouTube channel. Next is the purchase and sell ratio. which shows you the gap between the purchase price and the retail price. The higher this number is, the more money you have to reinvest in ads, and eventually this will of course be your profit. Here we have our area where you can check your competitors and see how much there is to improve. This is basically the only thing SpyTools have to offer, and in the most cases this is old data. But we link the meta library link and the store link from last week from this product into our sheet, so it's totally up to date. In the area down below, we already made some suggestions for you where you can improve with this product or the website. And guys, this is no bullshit straight from ChatGPT, this is all typed by hand from one of our dropshippers from the team. In my opinion, Dropship Convert is perfect for beginners. Our goal is to learn you to read the pattern we use with our product research so you can eventually do it by yourself. If you're interested with using our tool, I will leave the link down below in the description. Let's go further to the next chapter. In this video, I use my own tool and therefore also the product with which I have already made significant profits. So you can subscribe on our tool for less than $1 a day. The link is down below in the description, and again, I don't want to sell you anything, but this is the best option out there at this moment and you will save yourself a lot of time. By the way guys, in the next episode I will show you how to promote this product in both a free method and the paid method. So make sure you will subscribe on my channel because there are more interesting things coming up. Now that we have chosen our product that we will use in this course, it's time to find a partner who will ship this product for us. In other words, a fulfillment partner. Lesson 3. Finding a fulfillment partner. As many of you guys have had issues with the fulfillment of products via AliExpress, I knew it was time to reveal my secret strategy. So as you all know, AliExpress is a platform that shows you thousands of products and suppliers. Although, because a lot of these suppliers have long shipping times, this can cause issues. Chargebacks, complaints and unhappy customers can be the result of this. Although I think it's possible to find a supplier on AliExpress, most of the time they have very long shipping times. I mean, some of these suppliers have shipping times between 20 and 50 days. I mean, that's incredible. This is a huge red flag and can even destroy your business. In this lesson, I'm going to show you the solution that combats all of these issues and makes developing your dropshipping store and the process of finding good suppliers and products a lot easier, especially when you are a beginner. So first let's talk what to actually look for into a dropshipping supplier. Number 1 is a supplier that ships fast. I mean, there are actually suppliers out there that sole focus is dropshipping stores. So they know as a dropshipper what you need from them, and by working with these suppliers you'll be able to feel more confident within your business, and that leads in long term to more success. The second thing you want to look for into a dropshipping supplier is good and efficient communication. I mean, you don't want any supplier that is taking 5 days to even respond on you. Third thing what you want to look for in a dropshipping supplier is to check if their warehouse is a worldwide warehouse. The thing is, some of these suppliers will only ship to one country and some of these suppliers will ship to a lot of countries. But you need to check it before you start selling the product. If you ever thinking about expanding your product to more countries, you need to check in front of if it's even available. So now that we have gone through all the checkpoints of a good dropshipping supplier, let me show you how you can find these suppliers. In order to recommend the best of the best for you guys, I selected service points. Let's dive straight into the service points dashboard so I can show you guys what they actually do and what I have to offer for you as a dropshipper. Well guys, the first thing you're going to see when you click down below in the description is this page right over here. So you can select here if you turning less than 10 orders per day or if you have more than 10 orders per day. And in this case, we are going to select less than 10 orders per day, and the only difference between them is if you press on 10 orders per day, you will get a service points dashboard. And if you press on less than 10 orders per day, you will get a service points light dashboard. So on the next page, we will fill in this contact form, and after we have a sign up, you will get access to the Service Points dashboard. Well guys, this is the Service Points dashboard, and as I mentioned, we have the light version. This is also a new account. I already made another video with a Service Points account, including a store and products, so we did a little bit more review there, but in this case I'm gonna quickly show you guys around so you know what to expect. And again, signing up is completely free. So what can you do in the Service Point dashboard? So because this is a new account, we also don't have any balance on the account. So what you will normally do is add some money on it, like around 500 to 1000 euros or less, whatever you want. And the nice thing about that is that if you run orders through Service Points, the account balance will get and send money to the suppliers, so you don't have to. So you can do it via Ideal, PayPal, Bank Contact, Sofort, HeroPay, EFP, Überweisung, I think that's German. And if you have add some balance, it's finally time to connect your store, which you can do over here. And as you can see, there is still no store connected, which we will also not do in this video today. But if you want to connect your store, then press on Add Store. Here you can fill in every single detail of your Shopify store. And if you don't know exactly how to do it, they have a complete tutorial right over here where you can see exactly which step you need to take to connect your complete store. So when you connect it to store, the products will be automatically loaded into the next page, which is products. I already showed in the other video how that works, so I will leave the link from this video down below in the description. But a bidding system is basically a system where suppliers can bid on your product with the fastest delivery time, with the cheapest price, and you can select based on the number of score these suppliers have, which supplier you want to go with. And when you selected this supplier, you can already get in touch with them. You can ask them questions about the product. You can ask them questions about any pictures at all. And after you have selected the supplier and you will generate some orders, you can go to this dashboard right over here. And in this case, there is nothing to see, but normally every order that is placed on your Shopify store will be placed in this dashboard right over here. And what you will see exactly is the product code, the pictures, etc, etc. But most importantly is the customer service from this product. You can see exactly where your product is, what is going on with the product, and in case that you have to return the product to the supplier, you can already send the supplier a message through this product or through this order number, so the supplier knows exactly what to do with it when it comes to the supplier again. And guys, if you start out as a beginner, you can press on this little icon right here, which is mentioned as a Discord server. And when you join the group, there are a lot of lessons that you can learn from dropshippers into the group, but also a lot of content that you can use, what makes you better each day. And guys, again, this is one of the only platforms that allows beginners to use it instead of using AliExpress. So I think you can get a lot of advantage compared with your competitors. So Service Points gave me this special link so you guys can sign up completely free. I'm also very excited to share with you guys that Service Points has launched a new feature which is called Service Points Lite. This means now everyone can use this platform, because in the past this platform was only for the big players in the game. I'll put the link down below in the description, but make sure you will use that link so you can take a good advantage on your competitors. Lesson 4. Scaling with a reliable supplier. So the main reason why I'm using Service Points is because the sky is the limit with these guys. Once you have started scaling your business, you don't have time to focus on the fulfillment process. You need to focus on building out the brand and deliver the best service and quality to your customers. I know from experience that Service Points only works with reliable suppliers who won't screw up your business once you will get a lot of orders. And based on the monthly performance of these suppliers that are partnered with Service Points, they get a total score so you can ensure that you get the best out of the best. So for example, you already have 1000 orders from a specific product. You now want to brand your product. You know the performance of your supplier because you already collected data to measure it. And now you know you have a reliable supplier, you can ask the account manager to arrange custom packages. This is the kickstart of your brand. You already have your fulfillment in line and know what to expect. The only thing that will change is the logo on the product and on the packages. And there you go. And of course, when time passes by, you can introduce improvements to your supplier and improve the product. So guys, that was it for this episode. In the next episode, we will build a complete store from A to Z. Make sure to subscribe and put on your notifications if you want to follow along this journey. See you next week, same time, same place. Ciao.